Good morning everybody, and a different kind of assembly this week. It's been the first week since we've had more children back in the school. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you a bit of a tour around and show you what school actually looks like. As we've opened now for year 1 and year 6, we're going to be opening for foundation next week. Boring bits first though. Just before we started, we have got all sorts of risk assessments. We've got a risk assessment about the school, a risk assessment for opening the school even though the school hasn't been shut. We've got a risk assessment about doing risk assessments. We've got risk assessments about people. We've got risk assessments about pedal bits, but all sorts of bits and pieces. So I could sit and read all of this stuff to you, or I could actually go around with Miss Johnson, who's going to be the camera lady today, and take some videos of actually what's going on in the school, because it's a bit more interesting than this. So follow me.
That's great, you need jumping beans, Daddy. Great day.
As the children are coming back, Mr Radford and his cleaning team have been really busy. They've had 10 weeks to get the school really clean, and as you can see in here, he's still busy cleaning down tables. Morning, Mr Radford.
Morning.
You busy?
Very busy, yeah.
Excellent. Keep up the good work. It looks absolutely immaculate in here. You can eat your dinner off that. And the first stop is Class 1A. Good morning, Miss Morgan.
Good morning, Mr. Barton. How are you? Right.
Yes, thank you. What are we up to today?
We are starting the day with some numbox practice, just so that we can all remember our mental maths and how it'll go. And there's a few people just finishing off some rainbow craft that we started yesterday, just to make our room a little bit brighter and friendlier.
Fantastic. Have a good day.
Thank you.
We're now going to Mr Hassel's bubble. You see the children have been doing their own hand washing posters here, which is great. So let's see what they're doing in here. Morning, Mr Hassel.
Good morning, Mr. Belton. Say good morning to Mr. Belton, everybody.
Good morning, Mr. Belton.
So, welcome. This is 1D, and every morning we do a little bit of reading to start our day. Nice, calm start, really productive.
Mrs Thompson has been taking year 1 this week. Let's go and see how she's got on with that. Good morning, Mrs Thompson.
Morning, Mr. Belton.
How has your week been?
It's been absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant.
I've been a year 1 teacher and the children have been brilliant.
Fantastic.
Really good. We've had fun, haven't we? Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you very much. See you soon. She's been teaching year 1 this week as well. Let's go and see how she's been getting on. Good morning. And Miss Barrett, how have you found teaching year 1?
Oh, they've been absolute superstars. They're coming so maturely and sensibly, and been really good with all the new adjustments that we've got in school. So I'm really proud of them all.
That's brilliant news. Well done, year 1. See you soon. See you later. Bye.
Days of the week.
How many parts of 100 does that, if I've got 0.42, how many parts of 100 does that represent? 42 parts of 100, isn't it? So what would a whole one look like? If that's 0.42, what would
Well,
a whole
Mr
one
Threadgold's far too busy teaching for us to interrupt him at the moment, so I think we'll just let him
No,
get on
no,
with
feel
it.
free.
Oh, sorry. Good morning, Mr Threadgold. How was year 6?
Year 6 are doing very well, thank you very much.
Morning, Year 6. Brilliant. Good to see you getting your maths done this early in the morning, which is all good.
Kicking off with a bit of maths, just to exercise the brain matter. We're doing all right. We're riddle solving this morning.
Fantastic. See you later.
See you in a bit. Have a good day.
And this is Miss Wills, who's been taking over as one of our Year 6 bubble teachers this week. It's very quiet in here, so I think they're all hard at work. Good morning, Miss Wills.
Morning.
Excellent. Heads down, all getting on. Looks like a normal school again, isn't it? Have they been good?
Oh, amazing.
Fantastic. Great news. Bro, we'll leave you to it. I won't disturb them any further. And in Mrs Durkin's Year 6 bubble today, we have our very own BBC correspondent, Lucy, who is also, they're now watching her own news report. Have a look on Twitter, I've put the link up for it.
All my friends again and get back into my normal routine. It felt a bit strange to be back in the classroom again, especially as I'm not with my normal teacher and I'm in a different classroom with a different group of children, but I'm happy because I've got some of my best friends in the class.
One of the reasons why we've been able to do this so easily is the size of the school and the layout. As we come into the Year 6 bubble, you'll see this has become very, very distant from the rest of the school. If you're actually looking here, the Year 6 teachers have got their own one-in, one-out personal staff room. It's also explained where all of the staff room biscuits have gone, so I'll be speaking to them later about that. And if we walk into our two separate Year 6 classrooms here, we have Mr Ellis's group. They're all doing their maths this morning on their iPads. Morning, Mr Ellis, everything going okay?
Good morning, yeah, brilliant. Getting on beautifully on their maths.
It's working really well because we have doors out, going outside, got lots of outside spaces. And as you've seen from some of the other pictures I've put up this week, the children have been absolutely brilliant with their social bubbles at playtime. So, well done, guys. See you later. This is Miss Lynch's class. Morning, Miss Lynch.
Good morning.
How's everything going?
Very well, thank you.
Business as usual in here. So that was all of our Year 6 children. And next week, one of the foundation bubbles will be coming in here with Mrs Taylor and Mrs Reed. And if you come in, I think she's getting ready for you all to come back. So let's have a look what your classroom will look like. Morning, Mrs Taylor.
Morning. Hi everybody. Getting ready to welcome you in. You've got your own little trays with lots of lovely things in. You've got your art packs and your writing things and you've got some Play-Doh. And we're looking forward to seeing you, Mrs Reed and I.
Go. And Miss Booth's bubble will be based in here and she's busy getting things ready. Let's go and say hello to Miss Booth. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Belton and Mrs. Johnson.
Looks very nice in here, doesn't it?
Yeah, nice and bright and colourful. We're just getting our packs ready for you all for Monday. Looking forward to seeing you and doing lots of fun things together.
And our final foundation class for next week is Miss Warren's class, and she's been very, very busy. The class looks a little bit different, but quite nice. But let's go and see Miss Warren. Good morning.
Good morning. Come on in and see our bubble. Come this way. Hi everyone. This is our classroom. It looks a little bit the same. Lots of changes though. You can see we've all got our own trays with things in them. And the best bit about it is we don't have to share your crayons with anybody. Brilliant. Really looking forward to seeing you next week on Monday. Missed you all lot. See you soon. Bye.
Now, one of the reasons for this has been quite easy for us to open this, we've been successfully running provision for key workers for the last 10 weeks really well. The key worker provision is still working. We'll give you a little sneaky look at the sort of things that Mrs Walton and Mrs Johnson are doing at the moment. Enjoy.
Round to the top and round, but it's the same height as the curly bit on the H. So can you do your letter E, please? Beautiful, nice high. It's going to. What's missing off the end? Higher. So our R is going to start at the top of it.
Yeah. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
So that's all the children that are in school. Don't worry if you're not in school at the moment, we haven't forgotten about you. And Mrs. Moore has come up to her own now socially distant office at the right at the other end of the school, and you'll see how hard she's working at the moment to support you with learning if you're still at home. So let's go and have a look what Mrs. Moore's up to. Morning, Mrs. Moore.
Hi! Hi, how are we all? Just to let you know, we haven't forgotten about you. If you're still at home and you're receiving our fabulous homeschool learning grids, I'm just going through all of the provision that we're providing for you as you're working from home. We miss you all so much, and we're so excited to say that actually from next week, our special class Zooms with your own class teacher will start again. So we're really, really busy making sure every child matters and that every child is catered for. So this is it all, we're all getting it all ready for the 8th of June, and we can't wait to see everybody back at school.
Okay. Now you've seen what the school looks like. We have actually got to do the important business of the birthday. So I've got the fake cake out and celebrating birthdays this week. Let's just light our candles. We'll light all 11 so we don't miss anybody out. Okay, so a big happy birthday this week to Charlie, to Spencer, to Alexandra, Naya, Tia, Caitlin, Sam, Evie, Melina, and I think that's everything up to the 31st of May. If you had a June birthday, we'll do you next week, okay? Hope you had a great birthday over what would have been a half term. I know that Mrs. Moore let you off work last week, so that's good news. Okay, so after 3, a big blow. Everyone blow your screens. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic, I'll give you a hand. Happy birthday, everybody. Well, I hope you've enjoyed a little tour of our school. I know it's very serious at the moment, and I started off with our risk assessments. We are taking it extremely seriously in school at the moment, but we do have to remember we are a school, and I'm going to give the final word to Mrs. Thompson.
46, 48, 50. Do the cool. Sing today!